Imagine discovering the love of your life has found solace in the arms of another. A revelation that not only shatters your heart but leaves you questioning your very existence. This is the story of how I stumbled upon the devastating truth that would forever change my life. It all began on a seemingly ordinary evening. I found months' worth of texts chronicling my wife's emotional and physical affair with her colleague, a respected surgeon. As I delved into the messages, the reality of their bond unfolded before my eyes. This man wasn't just a fling. He genuinely loved and cared for my wife, and that realization crushed me beyond measure. Their connection began during one of the darkest periods of our marriage. We had been struggling with infertility, and the diagnosis was male infertility. It was a blow that had already left me feeling inadequate. Through the texts, I discovered that they grew closer when she experienced a miscarriage, a heart-wrenching event that I thought we were facing together. Instead, she found comfort and solace in him. My heart was shattered. Looking back, I wished I had supported her more instead of withdrawing into my own pain. My wife had moved states to be with me, leaving behind everything she knew. Her dependence on me was suffocating, and in my struggle to breathe, I pushed her away, not realizing the chasm it would create between us. Now we are separated, and I believe she's with her affair partner, AP. I can't compete with this guy. He's in his early 30s, just like us, but he's well respected in his field, earning 10 times more than I do. He's athletic, objectively handsome, and everything I'm not. My self-confidence is in tatters. The worst part is knowing that they might be planning to get married and start a family, something I couldn't give her. This revelation left me in a dark, lonely place, questioning my worth and my ability to ever find happiness again. But amidst the despair, a small, persistent voice inside me whispered that this wasn't the end of my story. It was a painful chapter, but not the final one. The days following the discovery were a haze of emotions. Anger, sadness, and an overwhelming sense of betrayal engulfed me. How could she turn to someone else during our most challenging times? The text painted a picture of a relationship that had blossomed right under my nose, filled with affection, future plans, and intimate moments. I had always believed that we would face any obstacle together, but the harsh reality was that she had sought comfort elsewhere. I couldn't help but blame myself. If only I had been more supportive and attentive, maybe things would have been different. We decided to separate, a heartbreaking but necessary decision. The house felt emptier than ever without her presence. Every corner held a memory of us, a painful reminder of what we once had. But I knew that clinging to the past would only prolong my agony. I needed to find a way to move forward, even if it seemed impossible at the moment. The thought of her being with him haunted me. He was everything I wasn't, successful, confident, and seemingly perfect. How could I ever compare? The more I thought about it, the more my self-esteem plummeted. I felt like a shadow of the man I used to be, broken and defeated. But in the depths of my despair, I realized something important. This wasn't just about them. It was about me and my journey toward healing. I couldn't control what she did or whom she chose to be with. All I could do was focus on myself and find a way to rebuild my life. I sought therapy, a daunting but necessary step. Talking to a professional helped me process my emotions and understand the depth of my pain. It wasn't an easy road, but with each session, I felt a little lighter, a little more hopeful. I also began reconnecting with old friends and making new ones. Building a support network was crucial in my healing process. These were people who reminded me of my worth and helped me see that I had a future beyond this heartbreak. One day, while sitting in a cafe, I overheard a conversation that shifted my perspective. A woman was talking about her journey through a painful divorce and how she had found strength in the most unexpected places. Her story resonated with me, and for the first time in a long while, I felt a spark of hope. I realized that my story was still being written. This chapter of betrayal and heartbreak was just one part of it. There was still so much ahead, new experiences, new connections, and perhaps even new love. The process of healing wasn't linear. There were days when the pain felt unbearable, and I questioned whether I would ever truly move on. But with time, the wounds began to heal. I started finding joy in the little things again, rediscovering hobbies I had long abandoned, and embracing the possibility of a future that was mine to shape. One evening, as I walked through a park, I saw a couple laughing and enjoying each other's company. It reminded me that love still existed, even if it had been tainted for me. I realized that I had a choice: to let this experience define me, or to use it as a stepping stone toward a better, stronger version of myself. I chose the latter. The journey ahead wasn't going to be easy, but it was one I was willing to take. I had been through the darkest moments, and I had survived. Now it was time to rebuild, to find myself again, and to embrace the unknown future with open arms. In the end, the heartbreak taught me more about myself than I could have ever imagined. It showed me my strength, resilience, and capacity for growth. While the pain of betrayal would always be a part of my story, it no longer defined me. I was ready to move forward, to find new beginnings, and to create a life filled with love, joy, and endless possibilities.